Hiya Mike, good session of the day, hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through a couple of things we talked about in the lesson. Firstly, now with the backswing, you want to try to avoid too much wrist hinge, as that's going to open the club face and really give you the only sort of sensation to come into the golf ball across and to the left, because if the club face is aiming out to the right like so, because you hinge the wrist too much, when you come down to the golf ball you're going to have to swing the golf club in this direction to try and stop it going anywhere other than but right. So we can reduce that wrist hinge, that's certainly going to help, but the feeling is now, as you can see on that right hand side, we've got the towel there to just try and give you a visual of starting the ball right of target, get that sensation of bringing that golf club down more on the inside. You were getting the club face a lot squarer. We can see at the top of the backswing now, not so much wrist hinge, the club now is more in a parallel sort of horizontal position at the top of the backswing. The sensation now is keeping the body back, getting that path working a little bit more from the in to in sort of sensation rather than this right shoulder coming over the top. And if you watch these two moves, I'm sure you'll see the difference. Similar sort of backswing. Now you can see here now that sort of dip in there, that right shoulder is coming up very, very high, hands going way out in front of the body there, hips are moving in the incorrect direction, moving back onto your right side, and your arms really sort of chopping across the golf ball, swinging the club somewhere in this direction off to the left, just to try and get the ball back to target. If we look now on the right hand side, we can see as we come in, that head staying back, that right shoulder sort of hanging back a little bit, the arms are sort of dropping down into position more, coming more from the inside. You can just see there sort of your head position. If we compare that position to this position, how your head's in a different position there. Right shoulder's a lot higher, means your head is now twisted over. As a result of that, now the path very much out to win. As you've got the club face square, we want the club to be working on this better path, into square to in. If you came down the outside as you did before, if the club was tracking from somewhere here, you often came down very steep into the golf ball, and that would mean you hitting the ground behind the ball, and especially in the winter when the ground gets a bit soft, that's not going to result in some good shots. So we can get that club working more around, and we can just rotate through up onto that left side, hitting a much more powerful strike as the club and the path now more in line rather than that over the top movement. So hope that all makes sense. Put some clubs down on the ground or a towel or something to give you that visual of the swinging out to the right, and I'm sure you'll find your swing consistency will improve and that ball flying a bit further and a bit straighter. So hope that makes sense. Any questions, Mike, obviously you can give me a shout, and I'll see you soon.